Alright, so for those of you that know this channel, you're probably wondering why I'm dropping this video in the middle of the week. This is usually not the time that I drop a video, but this is sort of a emergency video drop because there is some great news coming down the pipeline that I wanted to make sure you guys knew about. Now over here is a Zero Breeze Mark II AC unit. Now when Zero Breeze first arrived on the scene, they were really the only company that was producing a portable AC unit, which is awesome for summer camping, RVing, trailers. Now there are other companies that are producing portable ACs as well. So when you ask people about how they feel about the Zero Breeze, you're gonna get mixed responses. There are people who are very loyal to Zero Breeze and have loved using their products, and then there are others who are finding that maybe other products might be better. So to combat all this influx of other portable AC units coming onto the market, Zero Breeze just announced that they're releasing the Zero Breeze Mark III. Now, before we talk about the Mark III, I do kind of want to just give a disclaimer as to why I'm posting this video. For those of you who follow this channel, you'll know that I'm sponsored by Zero Breeze, but Zero Breeze didn't just reach out to me asking me to try their products. I had actually already owned the Mark II way before I started working with them, and I have loved using it. Having a portable AC unit in your tent in Florida during summer is just clutch. And they saw one of my videos, they loved the production value, and they hit me up wanting to know if I'd want to work with them. So I said, of course, because I have loved using it. So the disclaimer is they don't pay me for any videos that I produce on this channel about their products. Those are my videos for this channel, but they have hired me to do things like reels and photos and commercials. In fact, if you've seen some of the Zero Breeze commercials that are out there, some of those I filmed and edited myself for them. So when they announced their Indiegogo campaign for the Mark III, they had reached out to me and said, hey Asia, this is our promo video for the Mark III. Could we pay you to post it up on your channel? And I said, absolutely not. Like, I love you guys and I love working with you, but my channel is not a parking space for ads and campaigns of companies. What I said instead was, as their ambassador, I'll be more than glad to share their video, help them reach their goal. But after sharing their video, I want to be able to give my own commentary about it. Talk about things that popped out to me, things that I liked, things that I didn't like, things that I'm hoping they made changes to in the new version. Because as much as I love the Mark II, I feel like there were some things that they could have improved on, and I'm hoping they actually did that. That way, for those of you who have been considering whether or not to back their Indiegogo campaign, I'm able to give you my own personal thoughts on the matter so that you can make the right decision. So, without further ado, here is their Indiegogo campaign.
Whenever you plan a trip or go off-grid with family, the summer heat makes you think twice. Until now, Zero Breeze, a pioneer and outdoor air conditioner, keeps upgrading. Today, we bring to you the Mark III. It's the lightest, smallest, and most powerful portable air conditioner, boasting twice the cooling capacity of the Mark II while staying same compact. Mark III ensures a comfortable night and a refreshed morning. You can easily take the Mark III on any adventure, even your rooftop tent. Outdoor living comfort isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Press a button to cool down. Thermostat settings allow you to customize the temperature of the air outlet or the room. Seven modes tailored for you, no matter cooling or heating. When outdoor fun peaks, a break can be a game changer. All modes can easily handle your needs. Set temperature at care or rocket mode. You will feel cool in no time. Outdoor adventures aren't always about perfect weather, like a surprise rainstorm. But with the Mark III, no more stickiness or waking up in a clammy tent. It operates at 46 decibels. And that means you won't even notice it's there. The active drain system allows the drain pipe to be 59 inches higher than the drain outlet. And we upgraded the power supply system. It ensures you stay powered up no matter where you are. It's not just an AC, it's a 48 voltage cooling system supporting charging and discharging simultaneously. From scorching heat to chilly nights, the Mark III is your all-season solution. Turn it into an instant heater. This is the revolutionary Mark III. It is your must-have for outdoor life. Now join our campaign and let's redefine the outdoor comfort industry together.
So that's the Zero Breeze Mark III. As far as the looks, I mean, it still pretty much looks the same, right? Same form factor, same kind of size. It's just a little bit rounder now, a little bit more futuristic. And don't get me wrong, I like the Mark II. I like how that looks, like, a lot. I have no gripes about it at all. It's kind of like when Jeep went from the JK to the JL, right? It still looks the same, just the lines are a little bit more curved out and it's not as boxy, although I still kind of prefer that boxier look. Now, what's the real big game changer to me though is that the BTUs are much higher. I think it's like double. The Mark II had 2300 BTUs, whereas the Mark III is going to give you 5280, which helps a lot. Like, you know, the Zero Breeze Mark II was able to cool our tent 10 degrees lower than what the outside temperature was. So I think that's a pretty big deal. Like if you're in 85-degree weather, you can bring it down to 75 inside your tent. But if it's like 103 degrees outside, yeah, you're gonna get maybe 90 degrees. Whereas this, I'm sure you'll be able to get it even colder. So I'm excited about that. They added some new modes. There's 7 of them total, which is awesome. 4 of them we already had on the Mark II. So for example, rocket mode, it basically puts the AC at maximum power to cool the space faster. Then there's cool mode, which is your standard AC. There's sleep mode, which the unit will shut down after a certain time. And then there's fan mode. Like if it's not too hot outside and you could live without an AC, but you want to at least use it like as a fan, then you can do that. It'll help preserve the battery and allow you to run it even longer. But the 3 new modes on the Mark III, I am really excited about. So number 1, dry mode, which basically it reduces the humidity in the area, which is awesome, especially here in Florida. It can get really humid here. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm guessing the dry mode will also kind of help prevent some of the condensation that goes on inside your tent. And then there's care mode, which basically tailors the temperature for optimal comfort. So it's kind of like your house. Like instead of you putting this at a certain like level and then it just stays that way the entire time, it'll go up and down to basically help preserve the battery and at the same time keep the temperature like right around the same spot. So I like that a lot because I've gone camping before and I would have this on max, but then in the middle of the night I don't need it to be at max anymore. I'd have to like wake up, go and turn it down. With care mode, it will fluctuate that for you. And then the one I'm most excited about is the heat mode. This now allows you to use it like a heater. I'm not a fan of buddy heaters, and I know a lot of people like buddy heaters, but buddy heaters scare me. I mean, it's an open flame that you're putting inside the tent, and although there's some safety features on it, like I'm just worried like one of my sleeping bags or something will crawl in between the grates by accident and then it'll catch on fire, and before you know it, we're like toast. So yeah, I don't want to bring out a buddy heater anymore, and I would rather have the Zero Breeze. Now we can use the Zero Breeze year round. Summer camping, you can cool the place down, and then winter camping, you can use the same unit to heat your space up. Now what I'm really excited about is they actually built up the remote. Like that's something I've been talking to them about forever. I was like, you're missing an opportunity here to have a really good remote control system for this, because the remote control that came with the Mark II, not very intuitive. Like there's some buttons on there, but if you don't know what settings your AC is at, and let's say it's outside of your tent, then you could press all those buttons, but you don't know what it's actually doing. You have to physically go to the unit to see what the remote is doing, but by then you might as well just press the buttons on the unit. And what the hell do you have a remote for? But they've upgraded that, and I'm hoping that the remote control for this one will be much better. In fact, if they really want to up their game, come out with an app. Like if we can control the AC with our phone and be able to see what temperature is at and stuff, that would really be a game changer. Now, one other gripe that I had about the Mark II that looks like they fixed on the Mark III is the draining. So with the Mark II, the drain is iffy. Like there are times where it will drain out of the hose and be perfectly fine, and then there are other times when it drains, but then I'll pick the unit up and then there's still like water and it'll just like kind of come out the bottom. In fact, one time we used it inside our Gazelle tent and there was like a puddle on the floor, so we had to like wipe it down with some towels and put the AC unit on top of that. Well, on the Mark III, they now have like this active drain system that actually pushes the water out, like it pumps it out so that it's only coming out from one area. So I'm hoping that that works really well so we don't have the same kind of leakage issues that we were having with the Mark II. Now it looks like they also improved the battery. So first off, the battery is gonna have a 500 watt MPPT, 1036 watt hours, which is a higher capacity than the battery that is attached to the bottom of the Mark II, 12 volt to 75 volt DC input, 2.5 hours charging, meaning that you can get this thing charged back up in only 2.5 hours, which is great. And then what I really like is the built-in extendable cable. They finally listened, because actually I'm gonna take this out. So this is the battery, this is the unit, and this is the cable that attaches to the unit from the battery. And this thing is a pain, and a lot of people have complained about it because it's very hard. Like the bottom one is easy to pop out, but this one, they have it like recessed in there that it's hard to get your fingers and kind of loosen this. See, like you gotta, like even now, I'm having a hard time just removing this thing. See, like that was a pain. Well, the new battery has a built-in cable on it already, so you don't have to bring an extra cable and oh my god, I lost it, where is it? So it's going to be built into the battery now. You just pull it out and plug it into the AC unit. That's going to make life so much easier. Thank you, Zero Breeze, for addressing some of these gripes. Now, based on the campaign, I'm actually really excited about the unit. There's a ton of stuff that I love. More power, it's gonna cool or heat the place a lot better. New modes, especially that dry mode and that heating mode, I think that's gonna be great. And I'm actually super amped about like a better remote and a built-in cable, because that's just gonna make the whole system a lot simpler. Now I do have some concerns because the Mark III is like higher powered. It's gonna drain my Elec power bank like way faster. I'm sure the battery attachment you could get for the Mark III, I'm sure they upgraded that to meet the demands of the higher powered Mark III, but my Elec has been the same one. And before, I was able to run the Mark II on the Elec power bank for about 14 hours. Well, now that the Mark III is basically double the BTUs, then it's gonna chop that runtime like in half. Like it's gonna be like 7 hours. So I'm gonna have to do some tweaking to make it last longer on my Elec. Now the other thing too is I'm glad they kept the size the same but increased the power. Although it would be nice if it was smaller or a little bit more simpler in its shape, because this thing is pretty humongous and packing it in the cargo area takes up a lot of space. And because of the weird shape of it, that it's hard to put things on top of it and all that stuff. I would like to have something that's a little bit more sleeker and boxier and maybe smaller if they can make it that way, but I know that they need the size in order for it to produce the power it does. But if I had like a dream, it would be awesome to have an AC unit that's even smaller, maybe a little bit more form-fitting to the cargo area, so I can basically put it anywhere I want. But let me save my gripes, because I don't even actually have the unit yet, so I don't know. I want to be able to get my hands on one and be able to test it out. They were supposed to send me one of their prototypes, but it's just not ready yet. But they said as soon as it is available, they'll get one over to me for me to test out and basically see what I like and don't like, and share that experience with all of you. But that's it. I just wanted to share their campaign and share my thoughts on their campaign so that you can kind of decide whether or not this is something you want to back on Indiegogo. I don't want to make this video any longer. Like I said, it's not really one of my traditional videos. However, if you did enjoy this video, if you found it useful, please make sure you smash Actually, don't smash. Keep your cool with that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Click that notification bell so we can let you be aware of new videos when it comes out. And if it moves you, support us on Patreon. It gives you access to all of our videos before everyone else, as well as to the live streams when we actually do them. I actually need to do a live stream like soon. It's been a while. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Baptism Overland. My name is Asia Sampson, and I will see you next time.